really cool I want to show you. So this sword right here, I just finished printing. I have spent the last 2.5, 3 months developing the sword. I know you're thinking to yourself, it's just a He-Man sword, Todd, so what the heck? But this sword, I have 3D printed it. Now, my 3D printer is not the best when it comes to printing stuff. This came out okay, but this was not the point of making this sword. Now, granted, it's a two-sided sword, and it's made just like the classics, but it's actually made in origin size, so that the origins can have the same kind of sword. In fact, here's an origin sword, so you can see the size of it is the same as our origin sword, but it looks just like the classics one. Now, what makes this whole sword so special, besides just being a clear blue sword, let me see, make sure my audio is working here. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Audio check. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Audio check. Excellent. What makes this sword so special is not the fact that it's some blue clear plastic, but that you can have it printed in metal. Now, I included a link on the description, and if you don't know how to get to the link on your own, the way you get to it is you open up any browser window. Let me show you really quick here. And once you're in the browser, you type in Oops. Should have had to set up ahead of time. -bro.com. And once you go to he-bro.com, you'll be on my website. It looks like this right here. And on here, you'll find a Shapeways link. You can go ahead and click that. Shapeways. I don't know why it's not going. Go. I guess I got a slow connection. And on here you'll find He-Bro's Toys. And here is the sword right here. And here's what makes this sword so cool, is you can get it printed in metal. Now, this sword right here, printed in polished bronze, steel, silver, is only $21.38. I'm definitely going to get a few of these metal swords myself. Oh, low battery. But you can see you can get it in polished gold steel. You can get it in nickel bronze. There are different prices depending on what you want. I think the matte black steel would look really cool too. Having this in matte black steel. And having it made of metal, it's just going to be so cool. Personally, I'm going to get something like this and then put like a lighter silver paint color on it maybe. I don't know. Aluminum's a little more expensive. So if you want to get one on aluminum, you can. Now, of course, if you want to go with polished silver, you're going to be spending a small fortune. But you really could get it in polished silver, or even 14 karat gold. But again, now you're talking over $1,000. But it's pretty cool. I'm so happy myself getting this sword made. And it's going to be really cool to actually have a metal sword for He-Man. And the price, as we saw when I made the King Randor thing, was the price is not that really expensive. So I was really surprised. Doesn't have the 3D view yet, because I just put this in a few minutes ago, so it's still pretty new, so it doesn't have 3D view yet. But having that made in metal, so cool. So now, this is the Origins one. I'm working on the Classics one. I should have it done hopefully by next weekend. But like I said, I have spent the past 2.5 months, probably about 2 months at least, getting this model just perfect to sell this. Now, when I printed it, it came out kind of yucky because, my printer can only handle so much. But you can see down here the part where it's thicker. Just the detail on that is going to be so cool. You guys are going to love this sword in metal. I am too. I cannot wait. It's going to be really cool to have. And it's double-sided too. So you don't have to worry about the half sword thing where, where you have the split in half. I think I might have glued this one together. I did glue it together. Because I was so irritated that I actually glued one together. But look at that. And for the handle, to make sure it's the right size, I used the battle axe and scaled that with my calipers to make sure that it would fit nice in He-Man's hand. Because the battle axe fits the best out of all the weapons. So I try to use that for my reference point of what size things should be. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you're planning on getting a metal sword. I'm pretty happy about it. I know, it's like, just glue the swords together. Yeah, it stinks. I actually glued a set together, and then I painted it silver. And then when I went to heat it up to have the paint bake on a little bit, I forgot about it in the oven. When I came back, the sword was a lot shorter, and these were folded in, and it was kind of warped to one crazy bend. And it was like, man. So I tried heating it up and straightening out. It was just a mess. So yeah, I cannot wait to get these metal swords. So let me see. We got 14 people online. So just out of curiosity, how many of you guys are planning on getting one of these? Hey, James. Hey, James, Sledge Master, it is your time if you want to get something from me finally. The link in the description, you can buy yourself a sword just like this for your origins, but out of metal. I know, isn't that cool? So I'm glad you joined us, man. Yeah, I think I used like a gunmetal paint too on mine, but having it actually metal, I mean, that's going to be so cool. I haven't decided what color I want to get yet. I may try some different ones. I don't know. I don't want the gold one. I think that's just too much. Um, let's see what the nickel plated steel looks like. Well, that looks pretty cool. I might go with that. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. It's a little more money, but I'm going with the nickel plated steel one. That looks the coolest. I'm also going to get a black one too, I think. I'm going to get a black one and a nickel one. I think those are the two I'm going to get. And after you guys get your swords, post a picture on my Facebook. Let me know which ones you guys have and put it in your figure's hands. Said he's so cool to see what you guys end up getting. Let me try to refresh this, see if the 3D thing's loaded yet. Nope, they still don't have the 3D preview yet. Oh, it's going to be cool. I'm going to order mine in a few minutes here. Let's see your guys' comments. I want to know what's your take on Revelations. Do you like it? Yes or no? That is a good question. There are certain things I do like about it. The first episode, I love the battle scenes they had, and the graphics on it are amazing. My biggest gripe, which I've said quite a few times, is actually that they chopped Tila's hair. I know for other people it's her actions and her attitude and what happened, but for some reason, I don't know, it just really bothers me. They just, yanked her hair off like that and did that half bald thing. Now, as I mentioned in my video yesterday, that show, Ally McBeal, I think that was the one, it had good ratings and everything, and then all of a sudden they cut her hair one season and the ratings just dropped. And it was kind of funny that just her haircut could ruin it. And look what the haircut did for Samson. I mean, come on, So I'm not a fan of the new haircut. I like Evelyn's new hair. It's cool. As far as the cartoon goes, I kind of wish they didn't kill off He-Man twice. That was kind of surprising. It's like, hey, 2 times. Are you kidding me? But let's see. Thanks, Sledge Master. Yep, Samson. So speaking of Samson, I don't know if you guys saw my video earlier. I think this Conan head would make a really cool Samson custom head. So I'm kind of excited about using this head to make a custom Samson. So that'd be kind of fun. I've grown. I've grown to like that kind of haircut, but mostly because everyone is using it now in a lot of different media. It sounds funny. I don't mind it so much in Supergirl. I think they did an okay job with the sister. I know her last name is Danvers. Help me out with the first name. I think they did an okay job with her hair. But, I don't know. But the way they did it for Masters, I'm just not a fan, And I know it sounds funny to break it all down to a haircut to, throw you one way or another. But you look at even the latest She-Ra they made for Netflix, and they had some things that were kind of interesting in there that people don't agree with, but at least they stayed true to give She-Ra long hair. Imagine they would have chopped her hair off too. They've been like, you chopped her hair. That would have really destroyed fans at that point. So yes, I know there was some other craziness going on there, but anyway. Maybe a more regular He-Man with vintage Hercules. That'll be releasing soon. Well, the cool thing, Sledge Master, is you can rewind the video when I'm done and check it out. The Tila show. I'm hoping that it's not going to end up just being the Tila show. I'm hoping that, we still got more episodes to go, that they might change it out. I didn't even check to see if this fits in his armor. I should make sure it fits in his armor. Oh, it does. Look at that. Hooray. So that will work really good. Now, it is really thin, but that's what the main sword was originally. So it's not thick and childlike like this one is. So don't expect some big, bulky, kid-like sword. It's going to be cool. In fact, it may even be dangerously sharp by the time you get it in metal. And I can't wait to get mine. Like I said, I'm going to order mine here in a few minutes once this is over. Kenny, I'm doing good tonight. Thanks for asking. Let's see. It's Dan Taylor says, I honestly like it, but I can't grudge people for getting hung up on the stuff like that since I do it all the time. Yep. Yeah, I mean, like I said, when I first started watching the first episode, it scratched all my itches of how the cartoon looked. I was actually pretty happy with it at first. And, they had some really cool scenes. Not a fan of the way Triclops looks either, with his big old thing on his head and the whole tech motherboard. But, it's a storyline. But we'll see. Look at that. It just fits so perfect in his hand. Oh. Let me put my light on here so you guys can see it better. Now, granted, if you guys do get the metal one, it's not going to be clear like this, obviously. This was just my prototype test that I was doing to test it for sizing. And it does fit just nice. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Do check out the link I have in the bottom if you want to see the sword. And if you get one, let me know. Shipping is kind of spendy on it. I apologize for that. It's Shapeways. So you may want to look at some other stuff on Shapeways as well. There's some really cool stuff in there. Like it's Dan Taylor just pointed out, they got some great 2000X swords and some other things like that too. That's where I got my my snake armor sword from one of the sellers on there, and the snake armor shield. And they got some really cool stuff on there too. But do check out my sword, get it printed in metal, and it's going to be really cool. Like I said, I spent a long time getting this sword just perfect. I cannot believe how good it came out. It's funny is every time I tried to do it, the sides would not come out right. Other things would come up problems. So I eventually figured out just to take 1/4 of the sword that was working perfect and duplicate it across this way and then that way to make it double. And then I remade the handle from scratch again after that and smoothed it all up using different tools in Blender. And it's going to be really cool in metal. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Let's see. I got a nice bearded He-Man head from a guy on Facebook. Makes a nice older He-Man figure. Yep. Yeah, KS is a wee bit of a troll. KS. Not. Oh, Kevin Sharp. Hey. All right. Well, sorry that was said, Kevin, about you. I guess that's who it is. Xerxes 666 says, Masters of the Universe Revelation, Netflix, Hebrew becomes the new He-Man. Hey, that'd be cool. Anyway, of course, people would probably freak out if we were to do that. And hopefully soon, I'll get a chance to open up my Wonder Woman and show you guys that. So wait for that, hopefully. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. And I will see you guys. Oh, KS is Kevin Smith. Okay. Whoo. Hey, let's see. Who was that I called out? Okay, Kevin Sharp. I guess it's not you. Sorry about that, man. We should start using their full names from now on here. All right. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. And let me know if you get the metal sword and take pictures with your figures with it so I can see it. And maybe I'll make a video showing your guys' metal swords off in different battle scenes. Wouldn't that be cool? So send me your pictures. Find me on Facebook. To find me, go to he-bro.com, click the Facebook link, and that's the best way to find me. All right. Sorry about that, Kevin. All right. I'll talk to you guys next video. Bye now.